So once again, good morning to all those who have joined just now also, and those who are sitting at home. The very important sources of income for NPOs, two or three I discussed with you in the previous classes. I discussed about government aids. I discussed about uh, will of a deceased person, will of a deceased person, one who passes away, leaves something for the NPOs or NGOs in their will. Many of the people leave money, some of the people leave property, some of the people donate their house or home, right? Some donate their motor vehicles and charity for these type of organizations. So these are some of the terms, very important terms. One by one, please note down. Number one, and the most important is subscription. Number one, and the most important, which you will come across in all the questions of NPO all the time, is subscription. Number one. It is the main source of income for any NPO. Main source of income. Like if I give you an example, the main source of income for a school is fees. Fees of the students. Fees from the students. This is the main source of income for a school. And the students, they pay fees to be a student of the school. First, they pay at the time of admission of a particular student. He or she has to pay admission fees, registration fees, right? And then the monthly fees. That monthly fees, which is paid by a student, is to be a student of the school, to remain a student of the school, and to get the education. That is the fees. And that many other charges are there, but they combined together, it is known as the school fees. Okay, that is the main source of income. Otherwise, there is no such other source of income for a school. If it is a government aided school, then it may get some aid from the government, right? But if it is not, then the main source of income is always fees. Same way, in an NPO, the main source of income is the subscription money. Subscription is same as fees. If you want to be a member of a particular NPO, you have to pay per month or half yearly or yearly a amount to be a member of the NPO. That means you will pay it regularly. It may be 100 rupees per month. So you will pay 100 rupees per month to remain a member of. You are subscribing yourself. आपने देखा होगा न्यूज जो मैगजीन्स होती है, डिफरेंट मैगजीन्स, राइट? उसको हम सब्सक्राइब करते हैं. सब्सक्राइब करते हैं मीन्स दैट वी पे. उसमें लिखा होता है सब्सक्रिप्शन फॉर द ईयर. सपोज 50 रुपीज की एक मैगजीन है, 12 5 is 600. सो सब्सक्रिप्शन फॉर द ईयर इज ओनली 500. स्कूल में जैसे न्यूज़पेपर आपने बीच में देखा था पिछले साल और उससे पिछले साल जो है बहुत ही कम 300 और से 400 रुपीज में कितने महीनों के वो मिल रहे थे, जबकि वो एक महीने के ही मेरे ख्याल से 4 रुपए के या 3 रुपए के हिसाब से होते हैं, तो 150-200 रुपए के होते हैं न्यूज़पेपर. बट वो आपको सब्सक्राइब कर रहे थे एट रिड्यूस्ड कॉस्ट. तो सब्सक्रिप्शन मीन्स दैट यू सब्सक्राइब योरसेल्फ and the money paid to the NPO to be a member of that particular NPO is known as subscription money. You can also call it fees. You can also call it fees. So if there are members and the members keep on increasing, the NPO will get a regular income from this particular source as fees from the members. This is very, very important. and the subscription has many adjustments that we will discuss later, but it is the main source of income for NPOs. Number 2, life membership fees. It is also very important, और इसके साथ ब्रैकेट में कहीं पर नोट कर लीजिए, it is always capitalized. It is always capitalized. Life membership fees, it is always capitalized. I will tell you later on what is the meaning of being capitalized and what are the items which are capitalized and why they are capitalized. Subscription is a regular source of income. Subscription is a regular, the most regular, recurring source of income, consistent source of income. Okay. Number 2, life membership fees. Sometimes many of its members, they are in the favor of giving an amount in lump sum rather than paying it monthly or half yearly or quarterly. They say that we want to be the member of this NPO throughout our life, so we want to pay one-time money. So they pay in lump sum amount which is known as life membership fees, and then after paying that money, suppose they pay 10,000 rupees. 10,000 rupees in one installment they pay, and for lifelong they become the member of the what do we call NPO, right? There are different clubs, you must have heard, recreational clubs, entertainment clubs, right, where people pay membership fees. Some pay monthly, some pay in lump sum, and they become lifelong members. So that is life membership fees, which is paid only once for the lifetime to be the member of NPO, because it is received only once by a particular member. So many of the thinkers, they say it is of capital nature. You understand the difference between capital nature and revenue nature. Revenue, which is received again and again in regular form. Capital nature, capital receipts, which are received once in a while, right? Not always. So that is why all those income which are capital in nature are capitalized, means they are added to the capital of the NPO, and all those income which are regular in nature are added to income and expenditure. They are transferred to income and expenditure account. All those income and expenses which are recurring or regular in nature or operational or related to day-to-day working of the firm or NPO, they are transferred to income and expenditure account. Whereas all those which are capital in nature are transferred to the balance sheet. Balance sheet, liability side in the capital. They are added to capital. So this we will discuss later on, but this came, so I just explained you. Number 3 is endowment fund. Very important it is. It is also capitalized. Note down, it is also capitalized. Endowment fund is also not received regularly. It is any benefit. Endowment fund means any benefit, any you can say income or any receipt which arises from you can say a particular gift. You know, somebody gifts, which arises from out of love, care, attention, a bequest of gift. Somebody gives it in the form of gift. It can be money, it can be a motor car, it can be land, it can be building, right? Whatever it is, but it is to be used for a specific purpose only. the purpose is also told along with the gift, that I am gifting this particular say building to the NPO, but it should be used only as an orphanage, only as an orphanage where left out children should be kept, or old age home, right? Or for the patients, like at this time somebody might gift a building to a NPO and say that it should be utilized only for the COVID patients right now for the next 1 year, right? So that will be known as endowment fund. Endowment fund means along with it a special condition or a special situation is affixed, which says it can be utilized only for this purpose. That is known as endowment fund. It is also a source of income for NPO, but it should be capitalized because it is not a regular nature. हर दूसरे दिन या तीसरे दिन तो कोई गिफ्ट नहीं करता ना कोई चीज. It comes once in a while, once in a year, so say twice in a year, like that. So it is also of capital nature, capital receipt. Number next, entrance fees or admission fees. Entrance fees or admission fees. The term itself, entrance fees or admission fees, says at the time of entry or at the time of admission. So when some members, they want to join an NPO, they have to pay. All are there? Okay. Are you able to hear? Okay. So at the time of admission to an NPO, the new members have to pay admission fees. It may be 500 per month. It may be 500 for the admission, or 1000, or whatever. Whatever is the admission fees or entrance fees, it is also a source of income for NPO. Note down, it should also be capitalized if given in the question. It should also be capitalized if given in the question. If nothing is mentioned, whether it is of capital nature or revenue nature, then we will treat it as revenue receipt. Be very clear, beta, otherwise the numericals, you will face lot of problems in the numericals if you are not sure कि ये लिखनी कहां पर है. आपको इसे इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर में लिखना है या आपको इसे बैलेंस शीट में लिखना है. इट शुड बी वेरी वेरी क्लियर. इफ यू रिमेंबर फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट, ट्रायल बैलेंस से आपको जो चीजें लिखनी होती थी, या तो ट्रेडिंग में, या तो प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस में, या फिर बैलेंस शीट में. सेम इज हियर. इफ यू आर नॉट क्लियर तो आप क्या करेंगे, आप एंट्रेंस फीस को जो है बैलेंस शीट में लिख देंगे कैपिटल में ऐड करके, या फिर अगर आपको क्लियर नहीं है तो आप एंट्रेंस फीस को लिख देंगे इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर अकाउंट में, जबकि इसे आना चाहिए था कैपिटल नेचर के हिसाब से वहां. वैसे एंडाउमेंट फंड आप उसको जो है इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर में लिख देंगे, रॉन्ग हो जाएगा. सो इट शुड बी वेरी वेरी क्लियर, and also you should be clear why it is so. It is not that you just listen कि सर ने कहा इसको वहां लिखना है, इसको. You should know, I am telling you the difference. All those which are not regular sort of income or regular payments, they are capitalized, they are added to the capital as income, and expenses are subtracted, like drawing, right? It is also subtracted from the capital. And this entrance fees, why it is treated as no capital receipt? Because it is also, some of the thinkers, they say, and admission fees or entrance fees is also of capital nature because it is received by one person only once. By one person only once. Hers want to get admitted in be the member of a particular NPO, so he will pay only one time entrance fees or admission fees, right or not? Similarly, Chris will also pay once, Vaisali will also pay once, Chaya will also pay once. But some other thinkers say when the fees is paid, once, it should be treated as capital. But because the fees is paid by so many people, Harsh is also paying, Arslan is also paying, right? And everyone is paying the fees. So it is regular. One day he will pay, one day he will pay, one day she will pay. It means it becomes regular. So some say it is regular, though it is paid by one person one time, but it is paid by many persons at regular intervals of time. So it is a regular source of income. So it should be treated as regular income. So it should be added to the income side of income and expenditure account. But others say because one person is paying only once, so it is very not regular. ये तो only once in a while हुआ, once in his lifetime हुआ, so it should be capital. So अगर क्वेश्चन में दिया है it should be capitalized, तो कैपिटल बैलेंस शीट में लिखेंगे, और अगर लिखा है नथिंग तो उसको इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर में लिखेंगे. कई बार वो कहते हैं 50% इज कैपिटलाइज, 50% इज रेगुलर, या 40% इज कैपिटलाइज, 40% 60% इज रेगुलर. तो अकॉर्डिंगली एंट्रेंस फीस या एडमिशन फीस को डिवाइड कर देंगे उसी हिसाब से, और उतना इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर और बाकी. देन नेक्स्ट डोनेशन. डोनेशन डोनेशन दो तरह की होती है, एक जनरल डोनेशन और एक होती है आपकी स्पेसिफिक डोनेशन. जनरल डोनेशन में डोनेशन लिखा होगा और कुछ मेंशन नहीं होगा उसके साथ कि ये डोनेशन 50,000 रुपीज. नो प्रॉब्लम, आप उसे सिंपल डोनेशन मानेंगे, जनरल डोनेशन मानेंगे, चाहे वो आपकी गवर्नमेंट से मिली है, चाहे वो आपकी कहीं से मिली है, किसी आदमी ने दी है. बट अगर डोनेशन के साथ उसका पर्पस भी लिखा हो, डोनेशन फॉर pavilion, donation for the construction of this, donation for this, donation for canteen, then it becomes a specific donation, then it will be capitalized. Note down, specific donation will be capitalized. Donation for swimming pool, donation for this. Yes
सर मैं ये कह रहा था सर, इसमें जो होता है जैसे बिल्डिंग इन प्रोग्रेस, बिल्डिंग इन प्रोग्रेस है सर, वो हम लोग लाइबिलिटी साइड भी दिखाते हैं सर. लाइबिलिटी साइड क्यों दिखाते हैं? जैसे मतलब आधा काम हो गया है, आधे काम
बिल्डिंग
के
इन
पैसे
प्रोग्रेस.
लाइबिलिटी. हाँ सर, बिल्डिंग इन प्रोग्रेस मतलब 1 लाख की 2 लाख की बिल्डिंग है, 1 लाख की बन चुकी, तो वो लाइबिलिटी साइड भी दिखाते हैं ना सर?
लाइबिलिटी नहीं, अगर वो बिल्डिंग के लिए कोई डोनेशन मिली है हमें, डोनेशन, और हम उससे बिल्डिंग बना रहे हैं, तो जब तक वो काम पूरा नहीं हो जाएगा, पैसा डोनेशन के लिए मिला है, डोनेशन में मिला है फॉर बिल्डिंग, अनलेस इट इज मेड, तब तक वो हमारे लिए लाइबिलिटी है. एनपीओ को अगर अरसलान को हम पैसे देते हैं 10,000 रुपए कि ये आपने यूज करने हैं फॉर कोविड पेशेंट्स, सो अरसलान के लिए 10,000 रुपए लाइबिलिटी है, बिकॉज ही हैज टू यूटिलाइज इट फॉर दैट पर्टिकुलर पर्पस. ठीक है नहीं, तो हम उसे नॉर्मल एक्सपेंस में शो नहीं करते, ना अपनी इनकम शो करते हैं उसे, वी शो इट एज आवर लाइबिलिटी. तो जब तक वो बिल्डिंग बन रही है, और जब वो बन जाएगी देन इट विल कम इन द असेट साइड, कंप्लीट होने के बाद.
ओके सर.
देयर इज लेगेसी. लेगेसी को नोट कीजिए, इट इज ऑल्सो कैपिटलाइज्ड. Legacy is also capitalized.
Sir,
Yes.
सर स्पेसिफिक डोनेशन तो कैपिटलिस्ट होगी नेचर में, और सर ये जनरल.
जनरल डोनेशन को आप एज ए जनरल इनकम लिखेंगे, इनकम एंड एक्सपेंस अकाउंट, इनकम साइड, क्रेडिट साइड.
ओके सर.
लेगेसी लास्ट रह गया आपका. लेगेसी का मतलब है वही विल ऑफ अ डिसीज्ड पर्सन. वसीयत में, अपनी वसीयत में अगर कोई पर्सन कुछ भी छोड़ जाता है एनपीओ के लिए, and that is to be utilized for that particular purpose or the cause for which it is donated or given, then it is known as legacy. LEGACY. It is also capitalized. कैपिटलाइज्ड में मैंने आपको कितनी चीजें बताई, ध्यान रखिए बिल्कुल, वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. लाइफ मेंबरशिप फीस, एंडाउमेंट फंड, एंट्रेंस फीस, स्पेसिफिक डोनेशन, लेगेसी. कभी भी इन इनकम को इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर अकाउंट में शो नहीं करना, जो सबसे बड़ी मिस्टेक बच्चे करते हैं. ऑल दीज आइटम्स, all these incomes should be shown in the balance sheet liability side. In the balance sheet liability side. Then last is sale of assets. ओल्ड असेट्स जब हम बेचते हैं, कोई भी पुरानी असेट्स होती है हमारी, उनको जब हम बेच देते हैं तो थोड़े बहुत पैसे मिल जाते हैं उसमें, चाहे उसकी स्क्रैप वैल्यू समझ लीजिए, चाहे उसका जो भी अमाउंट आपको रिसीव हो. बहुत पुरानी खटारा मोटरसाइकिल भी अगर आप बेच रहे हैं या और भी कोई इक्विपमेंट्स अपने असेट्स वगैरह बेचते हैं, तो जो भी मनी उससे आपको रिसीव होगा, दैट यू विल शो इन द इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर अकाउंट, इनकम साइड. और अगर लॉस होगा तो एक्सपेंडिचर साइड. राइट. अगर बेचने में लॉस हो जाए, लिखा है कि 5,000 की चीज 4,000 में बेचनी पड़ी आपको, तो 1,000 का लॉस हुआ. यू विल शो इन द इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर अकाउंट, एक्सपेंडिचर साइड. और अगर प्रॉफिट होगा तो ऑन द इनकम साइड. वैसे ही सेल ऑफ ओल्ड न्यूज़पेपर, ओल्ड स्पोर्ट्स मटेरियल, और जो छोटे मोटे आइटम्स होते हैं ना, कूड़ा कबाड़ जो होता है सब आप बेचते हैं, प्लास्टिक आइटम बेच दिए, आयरन के वो भेज दिए, लूज टूल्स, स्पेयर पार्ट्स में ये सब चीजें बेच दी आपने, तो उससे भी जो पैसा मिलेगा दैट विल बी शोन इन द इनकम साइड. ये भी एक रेगुलर इनकम होती है, बीच बीच में निकलता रहता है. स्कूल में देखते हैं आप, घास होती है वो कटती रहती है, लोग ले जाते हैं उसे, मे बी सम मे बी पेइंग ऑल्सो, जो रेगुलर बेसिस पे ले जाते होंगे. राइट. देन देयर इज पेमेंट ऑफ ऑनरेरियम. ऑनरेरियम, ऑनरेरियम ऑनर वर्ड से बना है, ऑनर, टू ऑनर somebody. This amount is paid to those persons who are not the regular employee of the organization or members of the organization, but they come and give us some sort of, sometimes some seminars they take, some lectures they give, some support, some help they give to us, and we pay them in honor, out of love, respect. Right. तो कहते हैं ना, ये टोकन ऑफ लव है, गिफ्ट. आपने एक लिफाफे में बंद करके किसी को कोई दे दिया या कोई गिफ्ट दे दिया आपने, तो वो पैसों का ही आएगा. तो जब आप वो पे करते हैं, इसको कहते हैं ऑनरेरियम. सो दिस इज अ पेमेंट. इट शुड बी पेड, शोन ऑन द पेमेंट साइड ऑफ द इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर अकाउंट. पेमेंट ऑफ ऑनरेरियम, इट इज कॉल्ड पेमेंट ऑफ ऑनरेरियम. सो माय डियर स्टूडेंट, दिस इज ऑल फॉर टुडे. सम इंपॉर्टेंट टर्म्स यू कैन से, और बिकॉज ये सारे न्यू वर्ड्स थे, and in NPO they will be used again and again. The most important of these is subscription. The most important of these is subscription. So when we will do the questions, we will find subscription in each and every question, and subscription is a very very important adjustment to be made. I will explain in detail this subscription on Monday on the board when more students are there. And for today's class only these, because these are general topics. I hope when we will do again on Monday, these topics will be, these terms or sources of income will be revised again, so it will not be a much loss for those who are not present today. Anyways, Rakhi is approaching. Be safe and celebrate with full enjoyment and excitement. Gift something to your sisters, so that they feel happy, you feel happy, and you don't have to do anything. We have to, you see, you have to get it from your parents and pass the money or the gift. The real excitement, the real enjoyment will come, happiness will come when you will pay out of your pocket, out of your earning. That would be the real joy for a brother. So please stay at home. Try not to come out unnecessarily. Be safe. We want to see you
Sir,
again.
excuse me.
Yes, Gurpreet.
सर मंडे को क्लास होगी या नहीं?
Surely. Monday को क्या है? राखी है क्या Monday को?
राखी.
Oh yes. If it is a gusted holiday, then no class.
Okay, okay.
Gusted holiday. Rakhi is a gusted holiday. I thought it is 4th.
And tomorrow, sir?
Tomorrow, no class.
Tomorrow?
I have taken today now. Tomorrow, no class. So you can enjoy
Okay, sir.
yourself for Rakhi.
So now
And,
only unit test.
Anji,
Unit test.
on 4th.
Fourth.
4th ko you have business, no?
No. English.
English.
English
English.
is there, sir.
Accounts when it is 5th.
Yes, sir.
I think
Yes.
Sir,
6th. Yes.
sir, there is little bit confusion about date sheet because you have sent one message in which the subject one or two subject get replaced from their respective dates and times. Sir, can you send the new one, please, sir?
टाइम
So
टेबल है
no,
वो.
only my Saturday business studies is transferred to Wednesday. Earlier Wednesday, my class was not there. That is class timetable.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
That is why Saturday is off now these days. Okay, 5 days.
Okay, sir.
Monday to Friday. And I have
Thank
sent
you,
a message
sir.
also.
Thank
Okay, beta. Take care of yourself and of you.
you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Sir.
Thank you, sir.
Bye, sir.